there were speculations that he was involved in Galamsey. Galamsey were something I try say the fight but to me fight Galamsey whilst he was in opposition, I feel he was still young in politics. He's smart in business, but only smart in politics. Before Chrome, just imagine Sebek Hospital, not only baby in that idea. Look at Kumasi, look at Accra, look at all the other regions. People go through a lot. You already grab your problem. Empty, look where we are, for example, Chikina. The punishment that is meted out to an ordinary man must be meted out to the politician. They say we should be able to fight corruption to the letter, whether NDC or NPP. Every politician must be accountable. NPP must fight corruption, and NDC must also fight corruption. Ghana, politics more than Ghana itself. Ghana can only develop if you love Ghana more than the political parties. And to me, Phil said we have to review the constitution to make sure that the executive don't have the powers that he has now. And then we don't need manifestos. What we need is national plan.
Abusa some radio be pemu e wo man Ghana mu a nipa ye wo mu no ye mu achemienu ene social media no so nyane nyina ene chema wontumi ho sensem ya fitifiada ene dwoda besi ne ya eguso ekoso BNI4 ekokupemu e wo ni fie Friday ya na wo kwa hwehwe ne ne aturo ne akode wo de ko ho no na echense wo mo ekwa ako na ka sense na chema wontumi lawyers no e bitan atro da hwakoma BNI4 no se mo se mo hwehwe me amatena me adoma dwoda ena meba na say ye ntem san ko pemu ni fie Kumasi ne de eno ye ni nti ekoba ne sa chema wontumi be pemu won kan ha e wo sia the headquarters ne ho ko kire bisa na no asem tro ni bibia de to ka kire ne ma ne bill se won ko ade chia won san fa ne ho emetwa de chia ya wo de ne ho ekwa kwotro de ne ho kwotro wie ni se mo so bisa na mo bisa ne wie no so okay ene na obetimi akọ ekwan so wo kwa ene pickers be ye nine na twetwe wo ko gina nanim e ma yokofo esan kwotche no ede wo mo ko na kache.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You want to go with the camera? No. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Omo bejano esumutu wo mo anya ne wo a ana ne lawyer be kan e wo na de so se chema wontumi ne hododo no eno nti se ne akwakwe ne ho akohia se okokohwe okọ ayaresabia na wo mo ehwe no nti e ma yokofo no e de ne kokopie mu e wo hospital ben e na wo mo de ne konso a wo mo anche nti se ye ka se de Ghana fo e kyerese ne NDC fo e ye no enye kwan paso e na wo ma fo mo ye se empo bi ayade ye wo kwan e faso a ye de sa de pa na faso na se mo ko ne fie mo di so ni ade de kam ye sa se rambo action bi e na mo ba ben mo de e ye bi so e kyerese de bi ne wo mo ye no ne kwan so na for security agencies no mo ni nyomo ye nti nyomo ye de na eye eno na ya bot apostle Sakwamante ya ye no ebetwetwe enkomo de fa sansensim ya ekoso too much GH and you so hwe so when you subscribe to us na de na ka ho se na be na upload me to book we me first person ya wonsa ebidi kan ka me se wo me no kama hono ma apostle Akwaba na fa nkomo no hwehwe
o hwehwe a ubehu alone want to buy ye Prophet Dr. Benigo Invisible Teaching Hospital.
For your spiritual healing, please come to Nsawamu Ureku Liberty House, where the hospital is located, or Kingdom of God Ministry International or Twase. For further information, please contact the following numbers:
020-859-9576.
Yeah, now I want to say.
Na me adum that na o say.
Yeah, fine.
Yes. Media de say me e twagu media so na e koso nyina papa what's be. Me talk for be ka me say.
Oh, the democracy, no,
okay.
That's what I would say. And me feel say the question, no, it's part of the process of the democracy that we are going through. Yeah, true or yeah. What they make can say. But let's come back to Chairman to me.
Okay.
Me who say be a very interesting character. People will see him differently. But whilst he was in opposition, I feel he was still young in politics. Politics now very delicate.
Okay.
Now A+ can asem, and A+ was saying no, he has faced those things. Every politician would have gone through NIB or BNI or CID or something. It looks like somebody who has not really faced real political persecution. But Ghana politics there, persecution can especially in the Fourth Republic. Also, we emerged from revolution, and a revolution instant is still kakra more. What they mean, can I say? Now let me look at what first of all want to make the opposition before we come to the present. Which want to me, I mean, there were speculations that it was involved in Galamsey. Galamsey were something I have tried say the fight but to me fighting Galamsey, and he was seen as somebody who was doing illegal mining. We should join that in the last government on the grapple accusee, what's it called? Want to me for doing illegal, mining. The other things are coming up concerning Eisenbach because you're planted there, and he was not able to do the farming that he said. I mean, he want to see the farm. Those are still allegations.
Okay.
Normally, and until it is proven by a competent, court, you can't say he's guilty. And then there is another issue that they talk about concerning press releases via some even NPP before cancer. To me, a lot of roads are was call here, Mahama say final, and call ye, So, and then coupled with the fact that his relationship with the opposition party, that he was really, your politics of Ghana is all smart. He's smart in business, but only smart in politics.
Okay.
What I said, and let me say for now, maybe your questions will follow through, and then I
Apostle, who can be before say or illegal mining? You say Akonta mines, chairman won't media. Abra aban society ma in this aban bayi. We must stop it Akonta mines. Omo babon say beka say o margin license in the finance, meaning our license or the agents let him say illegal mining na all ye. Be beka say be was say or ye adwuma dru no watra ho.
Those acquisition here to forest reserve we are also see speculation in say he sells the concession to people at a certain cost, which is also illegal. What you say, and the charges me, I say very careful. What you say, but all said, allegation if not proven, and you're proven.
Okay.
So what I say, you give. I don't know whether I'm answering your question. Okay. So you for.
Okay, and then again, so if Cocoa roads yana working, and also chairman by our course here the headquarters, but because Cocoa roads now more can contract near the Mawa. A binding Mausika, surgical starts it. One now do Sika be we are now the whole cratana papotra bino. Now for do Sikama or no call ye NPP no or ye really 3 years and son of the Sikano. Mano, it's one such a church may be me one more cancer Sundays here or the whole response of Baba as it stands now. No, NDC for no much and I say security experts no much no. Or more far day to potting ya or much
when somebody is going through allegation, you can't kill and crucify the person because there's no fact say the court has not proven say indeed all the allegations are true. So what can say? And he's also bringing up a defense. The defense they say I listened to that, and they all kind of say this is what happened, this is a norm, but he didn't attribute to himself. Because we what we call the certificate of completion. You better check it. They say then they give you the money. I don't know what transpired. I don't know whether he didn't complete and the money was given to him. That is where the court must prove it. What did the can say? The concern is the way things are going. For example, the way they were about it to actually bring him and capture him through a certain Rambo style. What you say? So all this is allegations. Previous government, they also did it. And I just said no. And I can say our democracy is still growing. Until we take some of this out, we are not there yet. So that you be now the idea. If the person is invited and he doesn't come, then we have a problem. But we say politicians almost harding. Before Chrome, just imagine Sebek Hospital, not only baby in the idea. Look at Kumasi, look at Accra, look at all the other regions. People go through a lot. You'll be grappling a problem. Empty. Look where we are, for example, Chikina. The punishment that is meted out to an ordinary man must be meted out to the politician. They say we should be able to fight corruption to the letter, whether NDC or NPP. Saying fight corruption, your system no, and you What did they say? Having established all this, if he was invited, for example, to CID, now he went. I thought so maybe they could have invited him to Yoko, but you see, still, your politics no any here. Everybody will accept. The democracy no any here. You should still invite the person and let him come through. But approach, no, I don't like the approach. But principle is principle. Every politician must be accountable. Okay, the Americans. Pastors must be accountable. So sorry, sir, no. They say we got to sign. Okay, everything, every penny is accountable. What I said, when you receive the bar, you're accountable. You separate the church from yourself, you're accountable. Only one day, when there's a day, even life, human beings. Bible says Hebrews 9:27. Okay. The Bible says it's appointed unto man once to die. After this what? Judgment. So even God judges us. Everybody must be accountable. Let me kind of say what you must say. Okay. You can ask the questions.
For Ghana, if it's about free 1992, and I saw about
the fourth republic.
Edibesi enne. Still la on my Ghana your mind because democracy and TRC we are feeling union.
I am saying exercise not also. But I thank God that we are doing a certain constitutional review.
Okay.
The name they are going to come up with by a constitutional review now. And can charges and all the things that we go through the law, legal system, all the systems will be reviewed such that very easy. Our court, and if there's any issue, we deal with it. But as for corruption, if you want to grow, we have to fight it. Yeah, but once you are wrong, you are wrong. And before we even get to the place somebody will steal money, there should be that level of disbursement. Due process, no fire and some man is let's stop it from the due process. And our controls are put in place anywhere. You don't even have the moral right to get them. Who signed the money?
Okay.
The money was given. Who signed the money? The corporates and the people who allow the control system to be weak should also be taken care of. Is there an audit report on some of these things? There's no audit report on one, and also it's a big problem. So, and young people, headsman's rule, all those people involved in the institutions, no, we have to capture them. Or to them, and yes, the system in you. They make kind of say what you want. So, NPP must fight corruption, and NDC must also fight corruption. That I as a politician, and yes, I mean, it's a dangerous thing to do.
Sani na working na ka maybe say yeah fight corruption no ye betwa ya ma de na sie wie and sani ba be chi nipa na benefit from my
another time can it also you know.
Yeah.
Why wasn't it caught at another time? Otherwise we better not plan it now. It's okay. The best way to be corrupt and the best way say I can run away from corruption is that make I could join the political party. Maybe I this and I say NPP. Now I deposit here. Me boni obi to income. Do you understand the model? That shouldn't be the model. So this one, we should be hard on it and deter people from going to do that. And yes, Anna, we'll be better to set you up. Now I can join a political party. You bet you now say, oh, NDC people, because they me a chairman team, and some person to be known. Let's not politicize this at all. Ghana, you pay politics more than Ghana itself. Ghana can only develop if we love Ghana more than the political parties. Ghana must be the most important thing in our mind's eye for the political parties. They become so what I say. They do Ghana there, because whatever you do has serious implications. They become so what I say. And we shouldn't allow it to even happen. Who paid the money? Was there an inspection conducted? I don't know who wastes our money to go to court and charge the person. No. Because we are prevented. Prevention is always better than cure. They say no. There's confusion all over, but we have to make sure that we fight corruption. So they make an answer what I said.
Abai bia sasa sanema we ya ni if time your papa kufo ba ye ma ye ba sanos ba ye won one but I say this time around and I say emu api I say because we a political witch hunter na.
It's the same thing. I mean, Nanado bar power who say okay say some police were sacked from Jubilee House.
Yeah.
They were running away, policemen running away. I mean, check your government. They were seizing people's cars on the way. The same thing that this government is also doing, what I said. They said, no, the political culture here, I say, bad Kabisano. What I said, oh, yeah, yes, Rambo star. Normal. Past government, Rambo star. Absolutely, Rambo star. What I said. But most of those things don't happen with leadership. And yet, if they are mama and they are new mama, but the middle guys, no, and also they take the Lord's their own hands and they do something. I'm telling you, you'll be shocked.
Yes, near Kosu, man, Penny John Mahama,
and we're on to master direction. No. But me, I say, okay, agree, let's check it and make sure you follow due process. But behind the due process, no, it's true. But behind the due process, that's how he has powers. He has power to fire and hire. So almost really say, oh yeah, that's him for him to do. So the discretion lies to him. But I don't think so is directly involved. When people are taking discretion after they are beginning power, and then over to me, I will say, if you are among any year and answer the visa, no. What I said, we have to be seen at the professional and we have to be detailed with our constitution. Okay. But me ban say yes and I want to me prosecuting now. When you do any Rambo style capture, you can be caught. You can get it. As for the corruption, we have to fight it.
But if we ever fight it, we Chairman
matter
Chairman won't need the number. Yes, a dental community dear so. Omo fast our kwan na so e de atu ni ade kopie mu ni fie ko che no ma nti ye ne kwa kyerɛ sɛ na yere kwa na wo wo kwa asa be na wo nim kwanya shock e wo ne hu ye no all because wa petition ye man peni say nkofo bi a wo mo chief justice sensem so wo hu so makoko hye mo baabi akoyi meeting ti no the petition
I mean I say a discretion and a culture be established in the fourth law. Let me give you another example. Bongo ideas.
Yeah.
Also, but what the content of Bongo ideas, you understand or can't say? Okay. I mean, he spoke about the wife of Namado. What I said. And so, I don't know. I mean, it's just a way. You see, that if you are in that space, we communication. That's very careful. Anybody, you communicate well.
Okay.
What I said. Me, I feel say, there's a law. You see, before this thing started happening, there was a certain law that we have to repeal. You remember? Okay. Is it the criminal libel law?
Yeah.
Is it the criminal libel law? Just remind me. But I think the criminal libel law, the law that would criminalize journalism. It was even Anado who was very instrumental in ensuring that this thing was curtailed. Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's the criminal libel law.
Yeah, it's that one.
You are one. Okay. So if I'm sure about that, you see, this had to be repelled. So after we repelled it, after it was repelled, what should have happened is that we should grow from there to becoming a bit more tolerant. It's all the state of our democracy. You're not tolerant enough. They make an what you say. We should be so tolerant such that the Benia of your council just living, except when we are doing false publication. And also false publication. Don't say false publication. So if we have to deal with fake news, we have to pass a law for fake news. You can go ahead. Okay. So it is still the state of our democracy. We should look at coming together to the drawing board and looking at blocking the loopholes. But local councils here, NDC will start talking, NPP will start talking. It doesn't bring maturity in our rule of law. So what did they can I say? So I say mature, and democracy say and we are going to have this feedback. With all the hypocrisy of the NPP and the hypocrisy of the NDC, the laws must work. That's the most important thing.
Okay. Apostle, yeah, back to Ghana, 4 years. Uduma so ni ana ya sama afo aka ho na 8 years. So far NPP ni NDC obia XD 8 years, obia edi 8 years. Near NDC fa ba wo mu yi. Omo 4 years omo ba betwa ebia na wo mudwuma so ni na Ghana san to omo so maximum no mako 8 years. Se table ne tani na aban fofo san ba power. Ne ekoso ye besen hu bi mu. Oh, ebehu ground shikra ebehu more. You know, until we change the culture, until we have the constitutional review systems working, we will still see it. Because the way Africans are, we are said that we respond with, hard rules. If you don't put it hard and call it, look at the price. The prices, things are reduced, change prices to people are fighting, mated, until there is a certain law that governs it and people are prosecuted for it. Okay. We will still see those things. What I say, and that is how the review of the constitution should look at. There are things that
the gaps. When they were writing the constitution, they had in mind, say, in the future, they will review it and answer, they will do addition and subtraction. Because that was theory. The practicals brings a lot of errors. And are correcting that the idea. What did they can say? And to be fair, sir, they will still do it. As such now, they will still do it. I mean, and the 8 years is a no. NDC 4 years, 8 years, NPP 8 years. I don't know. It's not never changed. I don't know who will break it.
Now, one more check. I say, it's answer, na year 92, no. Na a year soldier buying and there was so way better than Yako democracy in the constitution. No more year ma favor and send a bay. Now, I say, 2 million in Akitaman Penino. Into Oka constitutional review, no say a bassa year, not yen shine 2 million be so free man penny, some not yen fat is baby to say police, yen fat man penny as a monko, or one to Abanonium IGP, a soldier for Yaman, 2 million more Juma, Catasagalam says, and send me a question, yen jama soldier for a monko sack on the mind. One more yajin. We know we are doing Padia Okano. There's too much power vested in the executive. Which executive, it with too much power. I'm not better. I'm not going to be letting appointing IGP, including the Chief Justice. Yeah, Chief Justice. And in a subtle way, has mandate to remove the Chief Justice. So he will be loyal to you. Until we are deceiving ourselves in Ghana. Okay. And to me, Phil said we have to review the constitution to make sure that the executive don't have the powers that he has now. Okay. I said we might cancer. And then we don't need manifestos. Political parties, the constitution, we don't need manifestos. What we need is national plan. We have a national plan. In 10 years, Ghana should go to the moon and now I come on. Okay, it's a party be and follow our plan. And it will reduce the partisanship. Okay. What I say, we should add to our democracy. And yes, Anna, we can't get anywhere. See, all the manifestos that is being applied, and if we want to go 8 years, that's okay. But we should have a national plan. All the ideas that NDC is bringing, it should be a plan. After every 5 years, we review the plan. And I say, yeah. Okay. And I don't know. Sunday was but manifesto way, this is it comes back to the same thing. Because I mean, I can commend the NDC, especially your Mahama, for some of the things that he's doing. But in the next 4 years, it is not easy to keep and maintain the same momentum. And yes, you show your mistakes in the bus. The vampire said they'll keep focus. What I say, I am of the opinion that without a good government, without opposition, there can never be good governance. If we don't have a good opposition, we can never have good governance. Okay. The mechanism what I say, and the saying effective opposition, so that we can have. Now, but they say your opposition is so Kogi actually. No way in we are every time NPP is winning, you are losing, so you are winning. Oh, Charlie, I mean, it took them too long. Abraham came to apologize forever. 5 years into power. I think I will apologize. What I said, thank you to all. What came with it? Okay. What I said, it didn't happen. They have ended it. Where did they go to thank you? We have thank people in London, thank people in Ghana. What I said, if we don't have a credible opposition, we cannot be able to push things. People don't know. They think that they want to kill the opposition to. No. It is never good for them. That is why I like Bagby. Somehow, even though it's NDC, or try say a very track now a democracy now because a lot of things happen in governance. Without opposition, one party state, they will. What I say, that's what democracy stands for. Apostle, the uncommon is in the crack. Mean this I say when you say you be a constitutional review. When you may be near the south, so then I feel more share the minor. The first thing is the powers of the executive, the framework, and then something like farming. Maybe I don't know whether if they can do the national plan, this too, the constitution should have a national plan, and then farming, no, Minyanka, the constituency, by constituency level, so very constituency farming. Okay. So the farms are all. Oh yeah. Okay. What I say, and money will be put there, and so they will measure your performance by the level of farming or the level of cleaning. What I say, cleaning about to me, so every event is a competition. What has your constituency produced? What farming are you doing? I measure it at a certain level. You find out the impact that the farms have done because we need production. Operation feed yourself. Feed yourself.
if that can be considered and constitutionalized,
okay.
I think that will really help. Okay.
Apostle, you better supply.
And yes, that.
Abusia aha and a brema kwame de komo na esi ye ne Apostle Sakwamanti and a etwetwe enkomo na me nam Sakwa so air can for Global Company Limited e the amount wo mo ye dwumaku a wo mo ye printing enti se wo ye dwumaku se wo ye sorry say ye school institution bi and a more printed t-shirt and a more printing of flyers bi and a more pe baby akwakoye na a Global Company Limited and a me can for e the amount wo mo odoko buzia junction no ne Ghana immigration apartment and a edi enhwene mu so fopon and a eda sa dwumaku ya nti bi a wo de kwakoye bi hu ne say wo ba print e wo fi papam na wonya ade papa e de akwakode udwuma na enwosra so eteche e de ama mesrew se wo beja wo comment e wo video asna fe when you subscribe to me so too much gh all the social media handles so cover too much gh also all follow no subscribe no like no share aya kai say wo de be on be kan so na be na upload me to mo pe when the first person you have notification no dark gold enemy na crown